college football.
The Big Ten with 18 teams. Lee,
Isn't it weird?
That doesn't make any sense.
They had their National Media Day in Chicago. It was just really strange. In the hotel lobby, they had, as the coaches came out of their rooms to go to the meeting rooms and all the press conferences, they walked down this long, dark hallway, and they had the uniforms on mannequins of every team, and the 18 teams. And you walk by and you say, Oregon Ducks, green and gold, Washington Huskies, purple and gold, and obviously Southern Cal, UCLA. So the press conferences were really weird. Unbelievably strange reaction from Lincoln Riley and from DeShaun Foster, USC UCLA head coach. Riley was almost defiant in front of the Big Ten National Media Corps. They threw him every type of fastball, hardball question, a couple more knockdown pitches. What's it going to be like to travel 22,000 miles in 10 weeks? How are you going to hold up to start the season at LSU and at Michigan? How come you lost so many five-star blue chip recruits who opted out after committing to you? Have you replaced Caleb Williams? What's the storyline with all your wide receivers exiting? And one of the national media guys called what USC football's turned into a disaster. And Link Riley he lost his mind at the podium. He started lecturing the media about who we are and why we have all these new players. And we have an NIL program that is far beyond what anybody else in the world's got, blah, 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 blah. And somebody said, yeah, and you're 18-9 in 2 years, didn't play a lick of defense in 2 years, fired all these coordinators in 2 years. Do you know your record is not any better than the prior coach who was here, Holmes, that they fired? He was defiant. It was strange. I watched some of the video clips. It was really strange. And then there was UCLA's new coach, DeShaun Foster. And you talk about being overwhelmed and intimidated and making a speech with apologies. It was like watching Biden on TV in the debate.
Oh, my God.
DeShaun Foster was public speaking, press conferences, right. Q&A with the media. Mm-hmm. That's part of the job, pal.
Right.
And he had no answers, and he was fumbling answers, and he was stumbling through. He got a little bit better once they got into one-on-ones with some media that he was more confident around. But the thing is, he says, yeah, we got 9 starters on offense returning. And we had to make a lot of radical changes in the transfer portal because we lost a bunch of defensive players, et cetera. But we're confident. And nobody else that I know is confident. And the national media that voted the Bruins to finish 15th in the 18-team Big Ten. 15th. He did talk openly about Eric Bieniemy coming on board as offensive coordinator and how he thinks all that NFL experience, because he's hired a couple of NFL coaches to be his right-hand man. But it was just a strange set of circumstances. Like, he wasn't confident and he was intimidated, and he looked out at the lights, and he couldn't string adverbs and nouns together in sentences until he got off the podium, and then they did some one-on-one scrums, and he was a little bit better, but not a good first impression by either Lincoln Riley or by DeShaun Foster.
Well, the questions that were asked of Riley are fair questions. Every one of those are fair questions. By the way, is Miller Moss still on the Trojans?
6th-year guy. He will be your starting quarterback at LSU and Michigan. How do you think that's going to go?
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's going to be terrific.
Now, he had the phenomenal 6-touchdown game here in the Holiday Bowl. I said, wow, this kid's been sitting for all these times.
So they may have a replacement for Caleb Williams. But DeShaun Foster, I'm trying to remember his background, because I think
great running back.
Yeah, he was a running back for the Texans, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he was a great running back at UCLA, and then he came back as an assistant coach.
So he's never been the head coach.
No,
this is probably the first time he's ever been given pressers.
Never been a coordinator.
Yeah, so huge nerves, right? And then it's the Big Ten, and you're the new guy, and they're coming after you. 15th out of 18. That sounds about right for the Bruins.
I wonder what life after Chip Kelly is really going to be like. Oh, by the way, Chip Kelly was there. He's the offensive coordinator at Ohio State.
Oh, that's right.
How did that job transfer go? the wreckage he left behind here.
Yeah.
And the way he acted and treated people. My God. So this Big Ten season, you're a college football fan. I think this Big Ten season is just going to be fascinating to watch. So we go to that. If you want to join us on Fans Forum, you got an opinion about Southern Cal or UCLA, or actually Ohio State, and I didn't even mention life after Harbaugh in Ann Arbor at the University of Michigan, with all their players gone too. So jump on board into Fans Forum. We go from that